My pleasure. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for stopping by here. It was an exciting day here for North Kingstown. We're very, very excited, and obviously you are also. Although this is your lucky day because they have to be on a bus at 1:15 to stay on schedule, so everybody's remarks have to be short. So this is so you can just enjoy the day, enjoy this wonderful, wonderful structure. I want to just spend a few moments, a couple of quick moments, just thanking a few people. So I had stopped by here Friday and Saturday, and I can tell you that what they've done in 48 hours is just strictly and incredibly amazing. And so I just want to recognize a few people. I do want to just welcome Thomas Dambo to our town, and thank you for including North Kingstown. His work is amazing. Obviously, I believe there are now 5 trolls here in Rhode Island. We have so many worldwide. I know we have an individual here. I don't know where she is, but I think she's visited over 30 of them, if I could be wrong. Yes, over 30 of them. So this is, again, thank you for being here and making this in your top 30. It is a wonderful, wonderful spot. I want to recognize Chelsea Dumas-Gibbs, our Recreation Director. It's her vision that brought this here. She wanted to be part of this entire really vision of Thomas taking discarded materials and building these incredible structures. She wanted to have it in Ryan Park, and then from my understanding, and I hope I get this right, she and Thomas went through Ryan Park, and Thomas was looking around and saw this hill and said, "This is the spot." And boy, I'll tell you, I probably would have missed it, but now that you see it, it is a perfect spot. So thank you for your vision as well. I know we have a few council people here, so I want to make sure I introduce them because without their support, we couldn't have applied for the grant, received funding, and have this troll here today. So I know we have our Council President Greg Mancini. We'll hear from him in a little while. Councilperson Larry Drew. Councilperson Beth Hill Ross. And then in front of me, I know we had. That's it? Okay, I wasn't sure if Kim was here. Okay. And I know we're going to hear from our senator in a little while, and I'm going to introduce the Secretary of Commerce, but I also want to just thank a few people whose generosity has made this possible. We did receive a grant in which we thank Commerce Department incredibly for, and Stephen will be speaking in a few moments. But in addition to that, we have some very generous sponsors here in North Kingstown. And so I just want to thank McKay's Furniture. Actually, Terry is here. McKay's Furniture. Washington Trust, Teddy Bearskins, Dragon Palace, Heritage Kitchens, Thompson's Native Lumber, Rhode Island Energy, Silversmith Orthopedics, and I know we're still looking, is that right? Orthodontics, I'm sorry. She wrote ortho, so I finished the rest. So I'm glad I was corrected. So nice to thank you very much for being here as well. Not a bad shoulder, so I'll stop here. And I know we're looking for more sponsors to finish this project, so if you know anyone, please have them see Chelsea. But again, this is exciting for North Kingstown. Anyone who knows Ryan Park, it's a beautiful place. We have thousands of walkers, hikers, mountain bikers. There's trails throughout. It's a great place, and as you're walking, hopefully you just come across this troll. And we just want, I'll let it to Thomas to speak more about this. So I want to introduce someone who is instrumental in making this happen. Without this funding from Department of Commerce, we could not have gone forward. So I know we have a new Secretary of Commerce who I've had the opportunity to work with for many, many years. And so I just want to introduce and thank Stephen Pryor and ask him to say a few words. Stephen?
Thank you, Ralph. Can we hear it for Ralph, who's been such an incredible organizer? What an amazing town manager. Over the past decade, I've seen Ralph in action in a variety of forms and so impressed with what's happening here in NK. And I'm so pleased that we host this troll right here. How spectacular is it? Do you love it? Is this working fine? Can you hear me? Okay, great. I want to start with some recognition. I want to thank. I want to thank Brandon Kenny. Where's Brandon from Commerce, who really was our point person. I was at Commerce when the placemaking program was established for this purpose, but I just came back after exiting state service, and Brandon made all of this happen. We are proud to have given over $100,000 for this purpose. Don't you think it's worth it? Yeah. Look at this. Now, to prove it with the numbers that it's worth it, when we make a modest investment, we have over 28 million people who visit Rhode Island every year, and they spend over $5 billion with a B in Rhode Island when they're here. And this is the kind of sensational attraction that will get people searching for Rhode Island and finding places in the woods in North Kingstown and then exploring NK and all of our state even more. I will tell you, by the way, I was at Wilson Park this morning engaged in athletic activity. I'm a Providence resident, but I come to NK when I want to see wonderful things and walk in the woods and play pickleball, to be honest with you. I've seen recent generations of leadership make all of this possible. Where's Greg Mancini again? Greg Mancini is just incredible. Greg and I served together on the Quonset Development Corporation board, and Greg has been there at every turn as Commerce has tried to get its stuff done. So we're extremely grateful. But let me come back to the funding and say this. Did you know that there's a United States Senator right here with us? His name is Jack Reed. Jack Reed made sure that working with our governor, we had a certain state minimum when COVID funds flowed in. He personally made sure that he was on the phone with our last two governors. Governor McKee is incredibly grateful that we have what's called state fiscal recovery dollars, which are flexible dollars that let us bring our state back. And you should know that coming out of COVID, out of the heart of COVID, we had the fastest recovery in the Northeast economically, the fastest, and one of the fastest in the United States. And that is in no small part because our congressional delegation, led by its dean, Jack Reed, brought home dollars that made it possible for us to do sensational things like this. So Jack Reed, thank you very, very much, sir.
Thank you, Stephen. So the good thing about stepping back is I realized I forgot something very important. So this was built, as what you talked about, with hundreds of volunteers. So I know there's some volunteers in the audience. I want to thank you for all you've done, but I also want to give a specific thank you to Dave Crater for our facilities department, your entire division.
Yeah,
Great job. Thank you. So again, and the volunteers, when I came by here Friday, Saturday, many volunteers, thank you for volunteering. And also, I'm really regretful that we have to end at 1:15 because this is the quietest two of my grandsons have been. So, so we may want to extend this a little while after Thomas leaves. Again, I want to recognize the town council, and I want to recognize Senator Reed, of course. I've had the opportunity to work with the senator for almost 30 years. But I know Greg is going to introduce him, so I didn't want to take that thunder away. But we are very, very fortunate to have Senator Reed as our senator in so many different ways, through appropriations, through leadership, through what's happening on a sidewalk project, thanks to our senator. The Route 95 connection, thanks to our senator. So we're very, very lucky, but I'll leave that to our council president. And with that, I do want to thank our town council, because without their support, this couldn't happen. And introduce our council president, Greg Mancini.
Thank you. So Ralph and Stefan will show all the thank yous. I know we have a short speaking program. We got a short time frame for to get out of here, so I'll be very brief. I just want to say that it's great that this is here. It helps our community and the state at large get outside more. When COVID was around, we had the Get It Outside campaign, and hopefully this will enhance that, or be the second coming of that. So NK and the rest of the state around, get it outside. Anyways, with that, I got to say, Jack, that no matter where you are, you couldn't dress shirt and tie. I mean, it's unbelievable. Good for you. But I have someone here who's going to help me introduce you. We really do appreciate everything you've done. I don't think there's a senator in the country that's more effective than you, whether it's economic development, social programs, fighting for work, everyday working Rhode Islanders. We really appreciate it. And Molly, what are we going to say? Welcome to North Kingstown, Senator Reed. There you go.
Thank you very much, Dick. And Molly, thank you. You are great. I'm always short, and I will continue to be short right now because we have an autistic genius waiting to speak. We are here to celebrate the inauguration of Iver Mudslider, right behind us. And this is the fifth troll in the state of Rhode Island, and we hope there's more to come. Now, this gentleman, columnist Dambo, is an autistic genius from Denmark. But part of his genius is not just the art he creates, but also the message he sends. That if we throw things away, think twice. We might be able to use them for something else, like a great piece of art or something useful for our society. So this is not only sending a message of artistic excellence, it's also awakening our consciousness about our environment, about what we must be careful about. And I can't think of anyone better to explain, and I want to give him time to do that, from our guest, this great artist, Thomas Dambo. Thomas?
Thank you, Senator. Can I have a raise of hands? How many here helped build this sculpture? Look at all these beautiful people and all these beautiful hands. Thank you so much, everybody, for helping. I couldn't have done it with you. And thank you for inviting us. We've been feeling really welcome here in North Kingstown and in Rhode Island. This is the 5th sculpture of probably 6 or 7 sculptures that I'm making in this project that is called the Thunderstone. It's a treasure hunt to find one very special Thunderstone, and it will be wrapped up sometime next year. I just want to say really thank you a lot to my team, William and Kevin and Victor, who's been leading this build together also with Emma and Scott and Julian and Sebastian and myself and probably some more I'm forgetting. And Laura. Yeah, and Laura. Yeah, she's there with the camera. Yeah, we are off to Burning Man tomorrow, where we're building a sculpture. So I thought I wouldn't say too much now, because I have actually a full 1.5 hour of speaking time tonight at some place called what? East Providence High School. It's at 5 o'clock if anybody want to come. I think there's still a few seats left. And then I just want to say, this sculpture here is built of like old growth pine from like an old barn. It's made with something like 80 bourbon barrels. That's why you maybe can have a little sniff of something nice and warm smelling. And then it's sticks that we've collected in the forest here that is on its head. And then it's the face is built of a shelf from a Danish, something like a $1 concept store in Denmark that's called. Doesn't matter what it's called. But that's what it's built from. And these sculptures here, they are I think it's my number 165th sculpture. It's around the 50th in the United States. There is over 4 million people annual who go out to see these sculptures now. And I think that's the message and the statement of my art. It is like, how cool is it that we can bring so many people out just to look at trash? That's the value of trash. So instead of drowning in our trash, using our trash to build the highest mountain of Rhode Island, which is the landfill. Think about how big is that mountain going to be? Like how old is the landfill? Older than you, yeah. So, but think about like 10, 20 generations down the road. How big is the landfill then going to be? Then we're going to probably be in the shadow of that landfill standing here right now. So we have to be better and not just use our trash to build landfills, but build cities, build playgrounds, build the future of our planet. And then all of us people who come to see my sculptures, I want us all to remember the core message of my art and spread that core message, which is take good care of our world and our nature. So don't just pick up your own trash. If you litter a little bit, pick up after the other people who come in nature, because only together we can keep nature pristine and clean. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting us, and thank you for your help.